Look, I want to talk about two of our defensive players that better get, well, their head on a swivel and get focused on the game. Joey Porter. Look, this guy's upside. Junior, yeah. Well, Joey Porter, yeah, the different thing. The junior, the number 2. Look, whatever it is, he's taken too many penalties. That stuff that happened in Cincinnati is this, the way I see it, and I want you to correct me if I'm wrong. He has the talent, he has the ability to cover the right way. He doesn't need to be mugging the wide receiver. Is that going to come with experience? Is that trusting his skills? Because he has the skills not to play the game that way and hurt his team.
I think he's kind of been very vocal about wanting to cover the number 1 receiver for every team, and have that one-on-one matchup. He's been vocal about that ever since he's come into the league, and he's done a great job. He is number 2 in pass interference calls in the NFL right now, behind the rookie from Detroit, Terrion Arnold. But the thing is Joey Porter's have all come in the last 2-3 weeks, and he's caught up to him very fast. And so the thing is I think what's happening is he is an aggressive defender. He's a big corner. He's aggressive. He does get handsy. But I think the book is out. I think people are realizing what he does is he is more of a physical corner. He loves to get hands-on. And I think coaches probably have called the officials' attention and said, hey, listen, he grabs, he does this, and they're bringing that to the officials' attention early, and now you're seeing that called. He's getting that reputation around the league where the officials are looking for it. And anytime he goes up against those guys, he's going to try and impose his will. But T. Higgins is a big receiver and exposed him. And the one time it looked like he was frisking him, patting him down over the car. So he's got to be careful, because now not only has he caught up, and he's number 2 in the league in PIs. Now he's getting that reputation, and it's becoming known. Every team knows it. They're going to point it out officially. They're going to attack him. They're going to when they get that one-on-one matchup. If they have a receiver that can route run or can shake and get loose or good on releases, they know they can get him caught with either a PI, an illegal contact, or a holding. And in fact, they got him twice on the same play. T. Higgins got him. So any good receiver, he's going to have his hands full if he goes up against Jerry Jeudy. And not only just Jerry Jeudy, but you got Elijah Moore, who's pretty shifty as a route runner as well. So he's going to try to get hands-on. He's going to be careful because he's got that target on him now.
Look, I think Joey Porter has the skills to play the game the right way without being a bandit mugger. I want to go on to Patrick Queen here. I was quite happy when he came in. He's a thumper. He likes to hit things. But, Mike, I've gone through the last 4 or 5 games watching him in pass coverage, dropping back with tight ends. Terrell Austin likes to play zone at that level. Situational awareness. Some players have it, some don't, where they have the ability to know, well, I'm going to throw something at you. Greg Lloyd said the best thing Bill Cowher ever did for him was teaching him to know what the other 10 guys, where they were and what their responsibilities were during a play. Patrick Queen gets lost in the wash on pass plays. What I mean is this: if you've got that tight end releasing at a shallow depth, you're supposed to lock on him, right? I don't care if you're in zone or not. You need to know your space in the zone. Let's call it a 10-yard differential in that zone. He's not locking on, and he's not defending his zone. You mentioned to me a couple weeks ago he was turning around and yelling at the defensive backs, the safeties, Minka, Elliott, etc., etc. That's what made me look at the tape. It's not on them, it's on him.
Well, do we know that? Because
because I watched the tape.
I
watched the tape.
Do you know the defensive scheme? Because
look, if you're playing zone, you know as well as I do, you have a responsibility in a certain zone.
True, but
you look at the tape, we'll talk about it next week. He looks lost in pass coverage.
Well, that's the one thing is I'm always skeptical to criticize certain guys because I don't necessarily know what this certain scheme is. I'm not in the meetings, I'm not in there. So
well, if it's man, he's locking on him.
True.
All right, if it's zone, he's protecting his zone. I'm telling you, look at the tape. He gets lost out there in pass coverage.
Well, if it is zone, you'd rather have him keep it in front and not lock on immediately and get beat deep, because that's where he'll get exposed if he does get into that man-type coverage. You know, Peyton Wilson, he can run with anyone.
Yes,
right now
that's what I'm going to.
Thing is
I'd rather see Wilson's reps go up. If you want to put Patrick Queen in there, let him be a thumper.
I got to take a look at the film, and I got to know the scheme a little bit more.
We're going to talk about this again because I trust your football mind.
I will.
All right. Hey, it's Tank. It's Mike for Let's Talk Steelers, live from the, live on tape. Is there such a thing?
Well, we're live. Yeah.
Yeah, you're alive. I'm alive. Will the Steelers be alive after the clowns come in? You know what would be miserable is if the clowns come in here and they beat us again and there's no snow and it's a beautiful 70-degree day and all of a sudden we lose to the Browns. I don't know what I'll do. I'll have a nervous breakdown.